What is up, everybody? So we got on the Warpath on here for a stream. We're going to be doing a Week 7 preview for the first bit, and then we're going to talk about the future of this team, maybe possibly do some mock drafts, talk about some free agents. But first, we're going to be talking about this game. And go ahead and check out on the Warpath's channel. Great Washington YouTuber. Let me pull up his link real quick. And yeah, on the Warpath, introduce yourself for the people that don't know you.
Yeah, thanks, Pedro, for having me on here, buddy. As always, I am Sanchez 405, host of the On the Warpath channel. Talk about Washington football, Redskins. Formerly Redskins. I always love to make people laugh while informing you on the team. A lot of different takes over there, a lot of opinions that I have. And usually I'm on Fridays and I do a live stream during the games on Sundays or whenever and preview the game. And then we do on Mondays, we do a BAM session where we complain or we celebrate what the team has done. Those last couple of ones have been complaining. But and like I said, I appreciate you, man, having me on here again. It's always a pleasure to chat up the football team with you. So,
Yep, no problem. So, what is up, King Sean? What is up, Dominic? What's up, Christian? Let's see who else. What's up, Tyler? What's up, Hassan? So, yep. So, let's just go ahead. We'll talk about some, small news regarding Sadiq Charles, Antonio Gandy Golden. We'll look at the injury report, and then after that, because that's going to be pretty quick. After that, we're going to go ahead and preview this game against the Cowboys, and then just do some possible mock drafts. So the news today, it's somewhat surprising. Sadiq Charles going to IR. A lot of people thought that he could possibly come back after the bye week. It looked like it was going to be a 2 to 3 week injury, but now it's looking more like a 4-week injury because even though the IR, you can come back after 3 weeks, you have to play. What's up, Yemi? You have to play for 3 weeks. So since we have our bye week this next week, it doesn't count as part of the 3 weeks. So the earliest he can come back is week 11, and same with AGG, and some people are saying that his injury is a little bit more serious. We really don't know yet what it is besides a hamstring injury, so we'll see. Hopefully he comes back, but pretty much, I mean, AGG this season for him. What's up, Wangati? Go check out his channel. You guys already know Wangati.
Got one.
Pretty much this season has been a wash for, at least in my opinion, for AGG, just because he didn't really get an off season to, prepare himself. And the first, 6 games, he hasn't produced much. I think he has one catch for 3 yards. And then he had that, nice 20 to 30-yard run. But besides that, he hasn't done much. And I think if he would have had a full off season, he would have done a lot better. And, it sucks that he's out because these weeks, Kelvin Harmon kind of did it last year where he kind of started out slow, but the second half of the season, he came on strong, had like 300 yards in the second half, I think, something like that. So it sucks for AGG. Sadiq Charles, I'm not too worried about because, from all accounts, he's looking really, really good. And, he actually, and it's only 2 snaps, but he played pretty good in those 2 snaps. What do you think on the Warpath?
Yeah. So like you said about AGG, I think this is a wash for him. He's had that issue with the hamstring all off season. It seems like he was kind of nicked up then, and it just seems like he hasn't been able to get right since then. Sadiq, he's been trying to work himself in. He had injuries as well. Wasn't it like an ankle or something? He had an issue with it was something. Yeah, calf. So it was one of those lower body injuries, and now he's got that dislocated kneecap. He only played in 2 plays last week at the Giants. So it's unfortunate because these guys are top picks that we thought were going to have like a role in this offense. We thought AGG would be the answer to the Kelvin Harmon injury. That has not came to fruition yet. And Sadiq Charles was going to be the left tackle coming out there, and he's been hurt, and we've seen what Deron Christian has offered us, or that lack thereof. So it's unfortunate for these guys, but thankfully they're young. And hopefully they can come back and get healthy and be right. Hamstrings are tricky anyway. I think Sadiq might be good I think week 11 that would put him for the Bengals game, or would that put him? That'll put him at the Bengals game. So hopefully he gets right, and then he'll see his old college teammate and Joe Burrow on the 22nd of November.
Yep, and I think personally, our offensive line, obviously they've exceeded expectations for this year. They haven't played good at all, but I mean, we thought it was going to be absolutely terrible. And it hasn't been great, but Morgan Moses has played pretty good for most of the games. Julier has played, as good as usual. And then Schweitzer has been a, pleasant surprise. Obviously, Wes Martin has been our worst lineman, and he's been really, really bad. And, Christian, he's had a couple decent games, but he's also had a couple bad games. But he's definitely, he could be a decent backup tackle for us. And I think the offensive line situation is better than we think, because I think Sadiq's going to be really good. I really do. Ron's been, hyping him up. All these players have been talking about how good he is in practice. So if he stays healthy, I think he can be our starting left tackle or left guard, whatever you want. And then really in the offseason, you just got to address whatever position he isn't playing. So if he's playing left tackle, you got to address left guard. If he's playing left guard, you got to address left tackle. And I think our offensive line would be solid, because you got, let's say, Sadiq Charles at left tackle, free agent or draft pick at left guard, Chase Roulier, Brandon Sheriff if we re-sign them, and then Morgan Moses. What do you think about that?
I think the left tackle. Well, Sadiq, I think a lot of people had argued that he might be better at left guard, so I think that does leave that left tackle spot open. Roulier, does he come back? I don't know if he's going to be worth the money he commands. That's the one thing about centers; they're so weird in their pricing. I don't think you want to play like $10 million or $8 million a year for a center who. Really, this has probably been really one of his worst seasons so far. And then, Brandon Sheriff, is that deal going to get done? And he's going to command $16 to $17 million a year. Are you willing to pay that? Is it worth? JP Finley had an interesting stat. Washington's like, when he got hurt, Washington was like, some abysmal stat of like 3-12 without Brandon Sheriff. And I think all three of those games were on the road. Like the Seattle game in 2017 was one of those games. So that's kind of weird in that respect as a victory. And Morgan Moses, he's got one more year left after this year on that contract. We've got some pieces here. And I think that they have underperformed like as expected. I think that left side has a lot more to be desired than that right side. I think the right side has done well. And like you said, Wes Schweitzer, he has been very impressive in his appearance, especially when you move him over to left guard, because that's what he played in Atlanta. Playing him at right guard, I don't think that doesn't suit him. And then Wes Martin, my God, man, I don't know what happened with him. He has just fallen off after late last year, where he played really well. He scored a touchdown. He should have been credited for that touchdown against the Giants, but they gave it to Case Keenum. So, I don't know, man. I don't know, but it speaks to the offense and the issues of what's going on with this offense as a whole, though.
Yeah, and I mean, something that could have something to do with it is that he did play right guard instead of that's what he played last year. And for Brandon Sheriff, who knows? I mean, he played decent in those games, and he's had like one or two good games this year, but the other games were just terrible, just terrible. I don't know if any of his performances cost us the game, but especially against the Rams, that killed us, and it really hurts the offense, especially when you're going up against someone like Aaron Donald. So now, real quick, there's nothing too big on the injury report today, or this is the final injury report for tomorrow. But let's go ahead and give you guys the report. So Sadiq Charles, AGG, obviously they're out. They're on IR. Darby's all good. He had an illness. James Smith-Williams is out with a concussion. Logan Thomas is good to go. Isaiah Wright is out. Kevin Pierre-Louis is good to go. Chase Young is good to go, and Jerron Christian is questionable. So Jerron Christian, he's obviously not great, but he isn't terrible. He's not terrible. There's definitely worse players you could have there, and I really think that Cornelius Lucas would be one of those worst players to have there because, Cornelius Lucas, he started some games with the Bears, but that was at right tackle. And from all accounts from the media, Cornelius Lucas was terrible, terrible at left tackle this training camp. So personally, I really hope Jerron Christian plays. If not, it's going to be Lucas, and that's really it. We got David Sharp, but I doubt he plays. And that's the thing that sucks about this Sadiq Charles injury, because it would have been a perfect time to plug him in. Perfect time, and it sucks, but that's the reality of the situation. So nothing too big on our side besides Christian, who's he's not great, but I'd much rather have him than Cornelius Lucas. And then our wide receivers are very thin. Terry McLaurin, Dontrell Inman, and Cam Sims as your top three receivers. That's really, really bad. And then who else? We got Jeff Badette and Tony Brown as our other receivers that we called up. So I think Isaiah Wright's gonna be back after the bye, which is good. But we should make a move at the trade deadline, or I don't want to be buyers, but at the same time, giving up like a 7th round pick for John Ross or something like that, you're really not giving up that much. And I think he could help us out a lot. Or our receivers are we're if you look at our receivers, we have four out of our 5 receivers that we're playing this week are undrafted. 4 out of the 5. That's being undrafted doesn't mean you suck, but that just tells you how bad a receiving core is right now. And Isaiah Wright, who is one of our better receivers missing, he's out and he is undrafted as well. So we need help at the position. So either get a veteran. It's probably too late right now at this point to get a veteran in free agency, but I would not be mad if we, gave up a 7th round pick for someone like John Ross, who has some good potential. But that's just me. What do you think about that wide receiver?
Oh God, yeah, our wide receiver core, it's pretty bad. Like you said, it's 4 undrafted cats and Terry McLaurin going in there on Sunday. Dontrell Inman, he's picked up as of late. He had a couple of good routes that he ran and a couple of good catches on Sunday. Isaiah Wright, who is not going to be there, you're going to miss that. But it's going to fall on Terry McLaurin and maybe Jeff Badette to come out there. We've got 2 fat and Cam Sims and Tony Brown as well. Tony Brown played with Steven Montez at Colorado, so and he's shown some speed as well. It just goes back to show you that you are going to have to establish. Scott Turner is legitimately, his hand is being forced. He must establish the run in this game. There's no chance for this team if the run is not established.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. We have to establish the run game, but not only that, because that's important. Definitely important. We're not going to win this game, or it's going to be very hard to win this game without, I would say, 110 plus rushing yards. We're averaging 80, which is 80 something, I think, which is terrible. They're averaging they're allowing 170 per game. So let's get right in the middle of that, 120, 130. And that would help out. But also, we got to get our backs involved in the pass game because get the ball to Gibson, get the ball to McKissick, and the run plays got to be better. I don't want to run up the middle every time we ran up. I think it was something like, "What's up, Gunner? How you doing, man?" I was listening to Chris Cooley's film breakdown, and I think it was something like they had 52 runs this year to the right and 20 to the left side. So that's pretty bad. That's not good. You know, you want to be pretty even, and that's not even close to being even. So I'm going to read some comments real quick. Chris Olave is good. Yeah. He was good today. I mean, he was okay, but he dropped a 42-yard touchdown from pass from Justin Fields. Jalen Waddle is really fast, but he did break his ankle today, and he will be
He
out for the
did,
rest of
yeah.
the season.
Yeah.
But he's probably a first-round receiver. I don't think the injury really affects his draft stock because ankle injury, it's a broken ankle. That's a serious injury, but it's not like, oh, you can't come back from that strong. And there's a bunch of players this year that are opting out. So, I mean, he showed enough. He averaged 140 yards in the first few games. So, I think he would be good. But again, we're going to be drafting top 10, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
I hope we don't end up, stringing some wins at the end of the season. Because if we get 6 wins somehow and don't win the division, that would be terrible. That would be really bad. But yeah, we'll talk about the draft a little bit later at the end of the video when we do some mock drafts. But right now, let's just finish up the injury report on the Dallas side. Not much considering they already have their whole team out, or at least their whole offensive line out. But what's his name? Zach Martin is out, which is huge. Aldon Smith, he's good to go, but he might be a little bit banged up. And then Brandon Knight is out. So I think they got their third string left tackle. Their whole offensive line is filled with backups. What is it? Tyron Smith, the right tackle, he's out. Lyle Collins is out. Zach Martin is out. And then I'm not sure if their center is in or out. But, obviously their center last year was Travis Frederick. And now it's, I think, a draft pick. So their offensive line is way worse than ours, and that's pretty bad. What would you rank our offensive line, like 25th, around there?
Yeah, it'd be in the bottom. From what I've seen, it would be in the bottom half of the league, probably in the bottom quarter. I think Dallas is bringing somebody back. Is it or is it on defense?
It's Randy Gregory.
Randy Gregory and Irvin, I think.
David Irving. I don't think they're both coming back in the same week.
I think Standig or I saw something from Standig or oh God, who's the guy from the Post? The big hair, the dude with the beard. I can't think of his name.
Sam Fortier?
Yeah, it might have been Sam who had said something about one of those guys were coming back in. I can't remember who it was.
I know Gregory's coming back.
Okay, see, that's that's going to be a nightmare for whoever he lines up against.
Yeah, but I think Aldon
Cam Irvin. That's who it is. Yeah.
Aldon Smith is the guy you got to get. You got to protect. You got to protect against him because he has 4 sacks in the year. He's a beast. And that's after him not playing after 4 years. So now we're going to go ahead, do some, stat predictions, keys to victory, and, give you guys our score predictions. So I want you guys to drop in the chat first what your score prediction is while we talk about it. So real quick, what is your score prediction for the game this weekend?
You put me on the spot. Oh gosh. I think we're gonna win. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. I think we actually do break the 30 mark. I say it's gonna be 35 30. How about that? Yeah, I do 35-30. Washington wins. Might be a last minute touchdown or something like that. So
okay, 35-30. So I mean, I really we're gonna do the mock at the end of the stream, like in like 20-30 minutes. So what my score prediction, I mean, I really think it's gonna be a kind of a 50-50 game. It's just hard to tell because they've got the talent. They've definitely got the talent on that team. Even without Dak. They're a really talented team. I mean, Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, that's a top 3 wide receiving core in the NFL, no doubt. And they still got Zeke, who's a beast, even though he's fumbled. And then what's it called? Their defense, I mean, you got DeMarcus Lawrence, Aldon Smith, Cam Irving. They got Tyrone Crawford. They got what's his name? What's the guy from Everson Griffin? And then Jalen Smith, Leighton Vandress. So they're really talented. They're really talented. They just haven't been able to put it together. I hope that's not this game. My prediction, though, like I said, I think it's going to be a 50-50 game. I've picked us the last couple of weeks, so I hopefully by me picking the Cowboys.
Oh God!
By me picking the Cowboys, hopefully that makes us end up winning. I'm saying 31-27. 31-27 Cowboys. I really, I mean, honestly, this is a 50-50 for me. So that's just, I just had to give up to the Cowboys because
I hear you.
But I think we definitely can win this game. I really do. Let me read some of the score predictions. So let's see. Gunner said 28-24. King Sean said 27-23. He's not saying who is going to win. Lloyd the Hooper said 27-23 Washington, 27-20 Washington, 23-20 Washington, 30-27 Cowboys, 14-13 Washington. Hail to the Redskins said 28-27. Oscar Jose Montuel said 27-23. What's up, man? And yeah, so it's going to be hopefully it's a close game. And hopefully it's not a close game and we blow them out. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna come down to who is gonna catch the ball for us. I mean, besides Terry, because we're gonna have to come up with the yards somehow to win this game because their offense is solid, even with Andy Dalton. They're gonna be able to get some points, I think. But our offense is gonna have to find a way to generate some yards, whether that be from running the ball, passing to our running backs, or just throwing the ball down the field. So that's my prediction. Hopefully I'm wrong. Again, it's a 50-50, so it's more like a yeah. But what is your keys to victory? What do you think we need to do to win this game?
I think it's gonna start in the secondary. It really is because they've got those weapons on Dallas. They got CeeDee Lamb, who's like leading the league in like receptions of 20 plus yards or more. They've got Amari Cooper, who Yemi likes to say he loves the body catch, and Michael Gallup has had some good games against us. Don't forget that. Like his coming out party was a game we actually won against Dallas, and then last year he had 3 touchdowns against us. So it's going to start in the secondary. What can you do? We've got Kendall Fuller. But it's Ronald Darby. How is he going to play? Is Fabian Moreau, are we going to actually see him? And what can he do? Is DeShazer Everett going to have another strong game as a safety? Landon Collins, are they going to actually play Landon Collins right? Or are they just going to let him play in coverage? Because Landon Collins, as terrible as he's been, this is not the Landon Collins that we saw last year or his rookie year in New York. I don't know what's up with him, but they're going to have to figure out something with him. And also the tight end, I can't think of his name, Dalton Schultz. He said got 2 touchdowns. We've struggled against tight ends. We got to lock them down. If we can take out CeeDee Lamb, Dalton Schultz, I think we've gotten a good opportunity on the defensive side of the ball to shut them down. And of course, the Bulls up front, they're going to have to eat. They're going to have to get to Andy Dalton. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yep. Hail to the Redskins. We'll talk about Justin Fields a little bit later, but um, let's just I mean it's not like if we don't get 4 sacks more, we're not going to win because obviously other things could happen, but we need 4+ sacks. Like
Mm-hmm.
we've gotten some pressure in these last couple weeks, but ever since those first couple games, we really haven't. Our D line hasn't dominated, at least pass rushing wise, as much as we expected, or at least that first game of the season. Kind of probably got our expectations a little bit too high, but still they got to get. They got to get minimum 3. If they don't get 3 sacks against this O line, like that's
Mm-hmm.
really bad. Hopefully, what's up, Dubs? Hopefully we can get it a little bit more than that, 4-5. So, real quick, let's go ahead and start doing some stat predictions. So let's go. Let's first start off with Kyle Allen. I'll go first. So Kyle Allen, this is gonna be a tough one to do because their defense is terrible. Their defense is super, super bad, but also we have no receivers. So I'm going to say we got 40 people. Wait, real quick. We got 40 people in here. Make sure you guys like up the stream. Subscribe if you guys are new. Subscribe to On the Warpath link right there in the chat. And yeah, make sure you guys support. And yeah, so let's go Kyle Allen. I'm going to say, what's up, Jacob? This is a tough one. I think. What did he? How many? Do you guys know how many passes he completed last week? Does anyone know?
31, I think.
31. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah, I think
say.
31.
I'm gonna say 20, 23 of 35. I think 23 of 35 for 260 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. I mean, he's a turnover machine. I think we're going to get one out of. Hopefully, it's just one. If it's just one, I think we win that game. I mean, because one interception isn't too bad, but if you get an interception, a fumble, and other stuff, that's when it starts to hurt you. Yemi, they haven't said yet, but usually if you're third string, you're always inactive. So
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna be there, I think, but I think he's gonna be inactive. So yeah, that's my stat prediction for Kyle Allen. I don't think it's gonna be a huge game, but I think he'll play good enough to win. What's yours?
Oh, let's see here. Kyle Allen. Oh gosh, because like what Kyle Allen are we gonna get a Kyle Allen that beat the Tennessee Titans last year, or we're gonna get the Kyle Allen that beat that gave 14 points pretty much to the Giants last week? I think they'll probably have small passes, small passing concept to get a lot of yards after the catch instead of going deep and everything, not complex routes. So I'm going to go about the same as last year. I'll go with 30. I'll say 33 completions. And no, I won't say 33. I'll say 24, and I'll say he'll go 24 of 30. I think they may focus on the run a little bit more. That's why I'm gonna kind of lowball a little bit. I think he'll throw for like 280, and he'll throw a touchdown and maybe a pick, maybe a fumble. I don't know, but that's just what I'm thinking right there with Kyle Allen. He's a mixed bag. He's very he's very indecisive. Sometimes he can be indecisive, and it's hard like evaluating him because he can look really good and he can look really bad.
Yeah, and when you look, because the thing is, he had a couple really nice throws, but then he wiped that all away. He wiped that all away with that fumble and that interception. And I don't care what you say, you can think that Ron's decision at the end of the game was a bad one.
Come
you
on
can
now.
think that because it was. I said it right before the play. Please kick the extra point. But regardless of that, the game is on Kyle Allen and you could say Dustin Hopkins for missing the field goal. And I'm not going to go onto this too much just because I'm already sick of it. But Kyle Allen fumbled the ball when we were tied. It was 13-13. We were at the 45-yard line. We were at their 45-yard
we were
line.
moving the ball. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it was 39, and I don't even know what he did. They get a fumble, score touchdown. That's 7 points directly from Kyle Allen. And then before that interception was terrible, and it gave the Giants, I think, the ball like the 30. So that's 14 points. That's 14 points directly on Kyle Allen. And I guess if you don't like Ron's decision, that's 2 points on Ron Rivera. If you don't, but at the same time, Ron also made an amazing. He made a challenge that helped us on that Kyle Allen, run, but he also declined accepted the roughing or running into the kicker penalty, and instead of punting the ball, we got a touchdown out of that. So that touchdown also resulted from Ron Rivera. So that game is on Kyle Allen.
Yeah.
What do you think about that real quick? And what's up, Meest?
So two things to that thing. Yeah, I think this game that was Kyle Allen's fault. I do not fault Ron Rivera for going for the 2-point conversion. And the only reason why I look at it this way, I look at it in the contextual of the if, and y'all know how I am about saying if, but if they had converted it, everybody been like, he's a genius. So my theory is keep the same energy, either right or wrong. I was mad in the moment, but when I thought about it, I was like, you know what? If that had worked, we would have said he's a genius. The only reason why we're saying that, and I know it sounds convoluted, but he wanted to win. He's trying to win. I didn't really like his explanation to it, but I get it. Like I do get it. But Kyle Allen, when he took that sack fumble, right, it was 3rd and 9. There was nothing you could do with that ball. And he might as well. It was kind of like when he did early on in the first half, where it kind of rolled out and that screen blew up on him. Same thing. He just took it at a bad time. He should just took the sack, let Tressway pin him deep, and I think we might not even be talking about this right now.
Yeah.
But it's all subjective right now, and I hate to say that, but it is what it is.
Yeah, what's up, DMV Sports Zone? Go ahead and check out his channel. But yeah, that game was pretty interesting. I mean, it was just I personally, the reason why I wouldn't go for it is because it's different if you're going for the 2-point conversion against the Giants versus a team like the Chiefs, the Ravens, because you're going up, you're basically saying, I don't think I can beat this team in overtime. Like, that's what you're saying, because I understand that if you're playing the Chiefs and you have a chance to win the game with 30 seconds left, yeah, get that 2-point conversion, because there's a 90% chance you lose the game in overtime, especially if they get the ball first. But the Giants, they scored 0 points in the second half. They scored 7, but 7 points off of a fumble, which, it's a fluke play. The offense was terrible in the second half, their offense, and our offense was moving down the field. So I thought that we could do it. We could, win in overtime regardless if we got the ball or not. That's just me. But, I don't think, I'm not going to blame the loss on Ron. I disagree with the decision, but it is what it is, and we should have never been in that situation in the first place. So, yeah, that's what all I'll say for that. Now we'll go and finish on the stat prediction. So let's go ahead and talk about Terry McLaurin. So I'm going to say his stat prediction. So even though they're gonna, key in on Terry McLaurin, you got to think about this. I mean, they're not just gonna run the ball every time, and at least Kyle Allen's gonna get 200 something yards. I mean, I really think so. So where are those yards gonna come from? Where are they gonna come from? So I still think, even though they're gonna put a bunch of guys on him, who's in their secondary that's good? No one. They got Trayvon Diggs. who is that guy? Uzier, who's coming back, but still, I got Terry at, let's say this, 8 catches.
Woo!
8 catches for 120 yards, 1 touchdown. That's what I got. How about you?
Y'all know I'm conservative, so I'm going I'm going to be a little bit lower than that. Let's go 5 catches. I'll go $150 and a touchdown. I think he'll have a big. I think this kind of sets up kind of like those Philadelphia games when he ate those couple of times he had those big plays. So I think this is what's going to happen there.
You got him averaging 30 yards per catch.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
One big catch though, Pedro. That's one
yeah.
big, bro. That's one big catch.
Yeah.
That's one big catch though. You think about it, 75 yards, and then the rest.
Yeah.
Oh God. I'm disappointed. Sorry, Sean.
Let's read some comments. Okay. So King Sean said 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. Mason Weather Video said, oh, he was just saying ceiling is 8 and 8, floor is 5 and 10. Asan said 175 yards, 2 touchdowns. Valor Watts said 8 catches, 95 yards, 1 touchdown. Let's see who else. DMV Sports Zone got 5 catches, 85 and 1 touchdown. Dubs got 1,608 catches. No, I'm just kidding. 160 yards and 8 catches. Meest, I'm playing Gibson in my fantasy league. I am. He's gonna get so many. He's gonna get a lot of targets out of the backfield. I really think so. And he's disappointed me in the last couple of weeks with fantasy wise because I've started him at all the wrong times. I didn't want to start him in week 1. I had Miles Sanders, but he got hurt, so I was forced to start him. And then I've started him the last couple of weeks, hasn't panned out. But let's see. Okay, so that's Terry. He's gonna have a good game. He's gonna have a good game. Let's go to Gibson, as we're just talking about him. So let's go and talk about Gibson. So our running backs are just impossible to, especially Gibson, who every week you're like, this is the game.
Yep.
This is the game he breaks out. And he kind of did against the Ravens, but it wasn't really running the ball. So hopefully it's this one. But okay, let's go. Let me look. Let's go. I'm going to say I still don't think he's going to get that many carries. 13.
Okay, yeah, he's averaging about 13, 14 a game, isn't he?
Yeah, so I'm going to go 13 carries for 65 yards. And then I'll say he gets 5 catches for 54 yards, and he gets 1 touchdown. I think we'll see. He's gonna have a good game soon, but that's just me. I think he's gonna have, what was that? I had him at 65 rushing yards and about 50, so 115-ish yards. So that's a really good game, but I need to see him get 100-yard plus rushing game this year. And it kind of falls on Scott because he's not giving him the ball. I mean, you're not gonna get 100 plus yards if you don't rush the ball at least 15 times, but it's really 20 times. You got to rush the ball 20 times to get 100.
Who, you said that name, you got me triggered now. You said Scott, so I'm triggered now. I'm kind of twitching over here now. I think for Antonio Gibson, he will have 85 yards rushing, and he will have 50 yards. No, I won't say 50. I'll say 45 yards receiving. So I think he'll be able to get loose a time or two. So Yeah, I don't know how many carries. He might have about 15, 16 carries again.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to be a combined 100-yard threat.
Yeah. But what's up, 1,000 subs with no videos? Yeah, I agree with a lot of your predictions. And we got 57 people in here. Make sure you guys subscribe, like the stream up, turn on those notifications, sub up on the Warpath, and yeah, support the channel any way you can. I appreciate everyone for coming in here and supporting. I really appreciate it. So real quick, because we've been on the stat predictions for a while, we'll start the mock draft in a little bit, but we'll go quick on these. Let's go McKissick. That's a tough one again to predict because don't know how many rushing yards. I mean, how many carries is he gonna get? But I'll say he gets 6 carries for 31 yards. I think he gets, a couple 3-4 yard runs, but I think he gets a couple like 12, 13 yard runs, and then maybe like 45 yards receiving, because who knows, Scott Turner might put Gibson or McKissick in the slot or as a receiver a lot more than he has been, just because who are our receivers? Who are they? Cam Sims, Terry McLaurin, Dontrell. I mean, they're going to have to be off the field a couple of times. So you don't want Jeff Badette and Tony Brown to be your receiver for a lot of the plays. So I would like to see McKissick and Gibson line up in the slot a little bit. So that's really it for the offensive players. Don't want to spend too much time on them. Who else am I missing? Inman, Thomas. We'll go ahead and do Thomas. I'm gonna say, well, this is a tough one. He's inconsistent. He's had
He's gonna have 150 yards receiving and 10 catches, 2 touchdowns. Logan Thomas.
I'm gonna say, let's say this: 5 catches, 42 yards. Do I want to give him a touchdown?
Give him a touchdown. Get it, boy. Get that brother a touchdown.
What's your prediction?
No, in all seriousness, I think he'll get 5 catches, 60 yards, maybe a touchdown. So, he looked good last week against the Giants, and because he actually starting to find the tight end a little bit, because Jeremy Sprinkle, he can be wide open and he's dropping balls. So should we do a stat prediction on how many balls Jeremy Sprinkle will drop? That might be more fair to him.
I mean, Kyle Allen had Jeremy Sprinkle wide open in the game, and I was like, thank God he didn't throw it to him. I mean, but me said, did Kendall Fuller play at free safety a little bit last week? He did. Even though I don't have all 22 film, I was listening to the film breakdown from Chris Cooley, and I noticed it in the game a little bit. I think on that Darius Slayton's touchdown, he was playing free safety, and I just don't like the move, because your cornerbacks besides him, I mean, Darby's solid at times, but I mean, Moreland is he has good potential, but I mean, you really, especially in the red zone on whatever it was, 3rd and something, you want to put your best corner who's playing Pro Bowl caliber football, you want to put your best corner at free safety? I don't like that move.
Nope.
I don't at all. Fabian Moreau just got burned by Darius Slayton, and he got a touchdown, and that cost us 7 points. So I hope Fuller, just have Collins and DeShazier Everett play there. We'll address the position later. So real quick, let's go to defensive stats, and then we'll go ahead and do the mock draft. So yeah, and I think you have all 22, right?
No, I don't have all 22. I've been thinking about buying it, but
I think I'm gonna use the chat money. What people donating chat? I've said it before, but I think I'm gonna get that and use it for videos. I think that'll be a good idea. But yeah, all 22. Let me know if anyone has it down below. But let's go ahead and do the stat predictions for the defense. So I'm gonna say, I think we're gonna have a big game. Hopefully, I'm gonna say 5 sacks.
Ooh.
5 sacks. One, I think. Ooh, this is tough. This is tough. It's hard to, okay. Zach Martin's out. So that left tackle is who they got a third string left tackle, so that's gonna be Montez. So I'm gonna say 1.5 sacks for Montez. I'm gonna say, does Chase? This is tough. You know what? Let's screw it. 1.5 Chase, 1.5 Montez. That's 3. And I'm gonna say Payne gets half a sack, so that puts you at 3.5. Allen gets you a sack, and then let's say Kerrigan gets you that other half sack. That's me. Hopefully, we get some pressure finally. How about you?
Yeah, let's go with 5 sacks. I think we can. I think you can do that with old Red Rifle. If you get to him, I think you just can't stop. The one thing about defense is you got to stop dropping Chase Young in the coverage. I don't know if you noticed this, but when I was watching the highlights, and I wish I had said something when I saw it, I was like, they dropped him in coverage, and I was like,
yeah,
what? But
real quick, while you're on that subject, something I hate about how they use Chase is that they seem to always take him out on 3rd down.
Stupid.
It's like, okay, Kerrigan did end up getting a sack when they put him in, but that was rare. I need to see Chase and Montez in there every time it's 3rd and long. Every time. There are 2 best pass rushers, and I don't want to see a camera shot of Chase Young standing next to Ron Rivera on the sideline. I want to see him. I want to see him lining up. No, I want to see him on top of Andy Dalton. That's what I want to see.
Yeah. I saw one of King Sean's comments. They've done that more often than not, though. They don't need to drop him in coverage. That's my point. At all. He just needs to go after the quarterback because that's what you got him there for. He's a edge rusher, pass rush specialist. You don't need him to go into coverage. But I think that we'll get an interception. Andy Dalton. Hopefully, I said this about who did I say this about last time? He's always good for 1 interception. Baker Mayfield, right? Andy Dalton's always good for 1 turnover, and I think that we can get a couple. When will the Fuller Express stop, though? That's what I want to know, right? He's gotten an interception in the last 3 games. So I don't know if it's going to stop or not.
Probably.
Let's just say, you know what? Ronald Darby gets his first interception, and I think he'll get an interception, and then maybe Cole Holcomb might have a few nice tackles and everything.
Yeah, Cole Holcomb. Our weakest spots on defense is linebacker and that safety position. I think it's pretty easy to get a better safety. I mean, you just go into free agency, get yeah, you get a mid-tier guy. I mean, there was a bunch of them this offseason. Still some other guys on the market. Eric Reed, Demarius Randall's on the practice, or he got just called up. But there's a bunch of free safeties you can get that are, they're not going to be stars, but you can get a bunch of free safeties that are decent. Decent for a small price, but linebackers, that's what's hard to get. So I would not be mad if we drafted a linebacker in the 2nd, 3rd-ish round. Maybe, depending on where we're drafting. Micah Parsons, Penn State, 1st round. He is a beast. We'll talk about that actually right now. So we're going to be doing the mock draft, and I know it's way too early, but people have been asking for it. So let me pull up that screen real quick, and it's just going to be quick. I'll speak for myself. I know the 1st round guys, but I do not know these third and second round guys. I might know some of them,
Mhm.
but I'm not at that point yet. So excuse us if we don't know every guy's name on this list. So let's go ahead and start. So you guys can see this right here. And let's go ahead and do this. Let me see. So, okay, let's see who picked. So we're at 3. That's where they got us right now. That's where they
Mhm.
got us right now. And number 1 was Trevor Lawrence. Number 2 was Micah Parsons. So at 3, we'll do a vote on this. We'll do a vote on this in the chat, or we'll see. We'll talk about it. But the guys that are available, I don't know. Can you guys see it? Well, it's kind of far. And this stupid ad is in this. But Penny Sewell is available. He's a elite left tackle, one of the best in the last decade. And then you got Justin Fields, who I saw some people in the comments talking about today. And if you did not watch his game, he had one incompletion this game today, and that one incompletion was a 42-yard touchdown that was dropped. But if we're picking at 3, what would you do on the warpath?
Oh, you know where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with that big left tackle from Oregon. I've seen a couple of his highlight tapes, and he's a mauler. He gets out there. He's quick. He looks like more of a fit version of Trent Williams. I think he could do really good at the next level. I did watch Justin Fields a little bit. I watched the first half of him, and he did good. He did really good. But I have the same problem with Ohio State quarterbacks that I have with USC quarterbacks. They're really
Alabama
good.
quarterbacks too.
Alabama quarterbacks as well. They are good at what they do in college, but it's like trying to spend a Canadian dollar in the United States. It just doesn't translate, right? It's not worth its value. So I'm really hesitant about Justin Fields, even though he's right there. I would go with the kid from Oregon, and that's just me.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. The only thing about Justin Fields that I would say is that
He went to
first,
Georgia.
yeah, he played at 2 different colleges, but he also, you can think about Dwayne. He only played 1 year in college.
Right.
Justin Fields got 3. He didn't really in Georgia. He didn't start much, but he got a lot of playing time. And then the biggest thing for me, which is going to be interesting, is Ohio State, different head coach. It's a different head coach than the last, years. Urban Meyer, he really hasn't had great quarterbacks translate to the NFL. I mean, Tim Tebow was kind of considered a bust. Alex Smith, first overall, and he's been good, but he hasn't been amazing. But that was a success, definitely. But I think we'll see about Ryan Day. If that makes a difference. But he's also playing with really, really good talent, so that kind of like skews it. But at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
if you watch the game today, he was throwing it right on the money, regardless of the guy being open or not. So it was perfect passes every time. But I personally rather get a quarterback in free agency. I rather go for Cam, Dak, whoever. Maybe if Stafford gets available via trade or someone, that's what I would do. I rather get someone where you can win now. I think Cam on this team next year, you can make the playoffs easy with him. So we're gonna go ahead and take Penny Sewell, great left tackle. What else you could take? Let's see.
Jamar Chase is there.
Chase, but receiver at 3 is like, I don't know.
I mean, if he's the real deal,
Jalen Waddle, Kyle Pitts.
Pitts, yeah.
But again, you never draft a tight end in the top
Yeah.
5-ish. Okay, so we'll take Penny Sewell. And we'll do one more so it'll be different. Man, this ad is pissing me off. It's right in the middle. So it'll be loading. No, Penny Sewell is a beast, guys. Like that guy, if we get him, you put Sadiq at left guard and keep whoever we have right now. That's an above average line.
Yep.
That's probably an average line at least next year. And probably in a couple years is an elite line. Yeah, I gotta get an ad blocker.
Yeah. What are you using? Are you using Chrome or
Yeah, Chrome.
You can turn that off because when I do the live streams, I use CBS's ticker. I can show you how to do it. It's helped me out a little bit, but still, yeah. So we picking 35th, is that right?
35th. So let me see.
I would see what quarterbacks are available at this point. Yeah.
Let's look. Okay, quarterbacks. You guys
take Zach Wilson. Take Zach Wilson. Go with
Jamie Newman. Okay, that's quarterbacks. Running backs, we're not going to even look at that. Receiver, Chris Olave. Yeah, let's look at tight end. I really think that you want to draft I don't want to draft unless you're really, really sure about him. I don't want to draft a tight end, or not a tight end, a quarterback in the second round, unless you're absolutely sure about him. Let's look at offense. No, why am I looking at tackle? Wide receiver, Terrence Marshall from LSU. What do you guys think? Chris Olave. Some people are saying
Olave would be good.
Some people are saying Zach Wilson. Man, this is getting me mad. I can't see the positions down there.
Oh, okay,
good.
There we go.
Okay, tight end. Okay, the tight ends are all not good at value. I mean, they're ranked 91. So, and we're picking at 35. Linebacker. Let's look at that linebacker. So you got the 39th ranked linebacker Jeremiah Owosu something. I mean, what do you guys think? Give me the position you guys want to draft down below. And we got 77 people in here. So it looks like these guys are interested in the mock draft. So, I'll go ahead. It's bye week. Next week we'll have a video out on that. So we got receiver. Let's see. QB. Okay, everyone's saying QB, but I don't know. I mean, Zach Wilson is good, but
if we had an opportunity, and BYU, for some weird reason, sometimes every so often they put out halfway decent quarterbacks, like once in a while. I mean, he's got to say he's a little small. He's 6'3", but as far as weight goes, he's small. He's only 209. So he's looked pretty good so far. He could also still go back into the in play his senior season. He's only a junior, so it's not even guaranteed he's going to come out there. The only thing about him is, never mind. I'm looking at the wrong thing. He's got 35 career touchdown passes compared to 13 interceptions. So I mean, he's worth look. I think he's worth looking at. Remember how far Drew Lock dropped a few years ago?
Yeah.
And I mean, I'd take Drew Lock in a heartbeat, any moment. And as far as tight ends, people are talking about tight ends. I don't know, but have you seen the tight end from Virginia Tech? And I'm a little biased towards him, but have you seen James Mitchell play?
I've heard of him. I've only watched. I think I watched the UNC game, and that's it.
He was good. I've watched him in high school. I work with his mom, so I've seen him play. I think the kid can translate to the next level. He went to the same high school as Thomas and Julius Jones did, so And I think he's that generational talent from down here. I don't know if it'll translate to the NFL as well, but I think he could be a reliable target for somebody if he's in the right system.
You know what?
Sorry.
Screw it. Everyone wants Zach Wilson, so I guess we will please everyone and go ahead. Like I said, I watched I've watched like half of a game, and it's too early to tell. This guy, who knows?
Yeah.
This guy could end up being a top 10 pick. Like, you seriously don't know at this time because, I mean, no one thought, like, Josh Allen, like, these guys were thinking he's going to be a 20th pick or later, and he'd be good at the combine, at the pro day, and they draft him. What was it? 10, it was like top 10. It was top 10. So what's up, Michael? So I think that, we'll see. We'll see how he does, and I don't know if he's going to be available there. I don't know. I doubt it. Maybe, though. I think he'll probably be a guy that gets drafted at the end of the first round, like 20s.
Yeah. And I still have my concerns about Trey Lance. I think this season, like people have been talking about Trey Lance, and this season where he plays one game and that's it. I don't think that's helping his draft stock because the dude never threw an interception. Like he doesn't. How does he work through adversity? Right. We haven't seen his abilities. He's been. Is he a product of the system, kind of like Carson Wentz was? I don't know, but that's why I say it's a lot remains to be seen about Trey Lance. I don't know. Do we want another project, which will cause for more patience that people don't want to afford this team? So I think of it that way. I don't think he's going to be an instant hit like people are thinking. He could be, but I don't think he's going to be run off the rails. We're going with this, and this guy's taking us to the playoffs.
Yeah, I think Justin Fields could be a guy that you could start year one.
Yeah, Fields and Trevor Lawrence, absolutely.
Yeah, but we're not going to be in position for Trevor. Nope. I mean, the Jets have that pick on lock. I mean, unless they really screw it up. I mean, if you don't believe me, just look up their schedule. Go ahead, type up their schedule on Google. It is not easy at all. So we are on the 3rd round pick. So let's go to best available player. Let's see. Oh my, I hate this. Let's see. Chris Olave is still there.
Get him.
I think we jump on that.
Got to.
You got that chemistry with Terry. Let's see. Any other guys? Linebacker? No. So I think that would be the move. Unless let's look at cornerback. I forgot to look at that last time, but I think Chris Olave is the move. Anyone else in the comments can go ahead and say so. Man, we got 92 people in here. I mean,
woo!
We went from what? We were at I don't know how much we were at before the mock draft, but everyone seems to like it. So I guess we'll be doing more of these in the future. I don't think every week, but we'll see. So everyone wants Olave.
Yeah, gotta go for Olave there.
I mean, yeah, you got that chemistry with Terry, and if we go ahead and what's it called? Draft Justin Fields. That's some good chemistry right there. So let's go ahead and get Chris Olave. No, King Sean, I don't think it's bots this time. I don't think it's bots. But last time, I think it was last time I was at 50, and then after 5 minutes, I got to 250, and I was like, "What is going on?" I was like, "Definitely bots in here."
That happened to me and Juan Gotti one time. It was pretty
funny.
I
was there. I remember that.
Oh yeah, you weren't. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we finished that draft. We'll do one more real quick, and then we'll call it a day. Again, appreciate everyone for coming in. I appreciate the support. It helps out a ton. Helps the channel grow. So let's just wait a little bit for the picks to finish. Let's see. Is it done?
Is it?
I don't know. Let's just restart this. Hopefully the ad is gone when I do it this time. Let's see. Let's do 3 rounds. Okay. Oh, look who is here. Skins fan all day.
Oh, Lord. Burgundy and
What is
gold
up?
trash talking all day.
AKA Burgundy and Gold fan all day. Hey, make sure you guys check out his channel. You already know what the deal is. Go ahead and check out his channel. One of the best YouTubers out there. Lets anyone come on his channel, and it is fun. So, let's see. Did Trevor Lawrence make it to us?
Oh, Lord, if that
No,
happens.
he didn't.
No.
I think last time when I was doing it, Trevor Lawrence, the Jets passed on him like twice, and we got him once.
Oh, man.
But okay, so let's go ahead. So this time I'm gonna switch it up. Unless someone really, really wants to change my mind, I'm taking Justin just because I wanna, kind of switch it up right there. And of course, we got the Best Buy what great, I got it. You hear this?
Hi, Amanda.
And I can't even move the at. Okay, there we go.
Oh, what? What is?
This is what I gotta deal with. It's what I gotta deal with on here. Lord, okay. And she keeps following me. Okay. Okay, there we go. Finally got it off. Okay. So, yeah, I wasn't trying to, King Sean. I wasn't trying to play. Okay, so unless anyone really cares, I'm taking Justin. If you really, really have something to say, go ahead and say it, but I'm taking Justin Fields.
Go ahead and take Justin Fields, Pedro.
Look at this. It's not letting me pick it.
See, that's what I was trying to tell you. Yeah, go up there to pin A. Oh, I'm about to say, go up there to pin A and see if it let you pick.
It didn't. So
yeah,
I might, and one of these mock drafts, I might have people, make the picks. Have a couple of the, viewers individually make the picks. Today it'll just be me and Corey, unless yeah.
Damn, did Kyle Trask get picked? Oh Lord, he got picked pretty high. Wow.
Where did he get drafted?
Hey, Pittsburgh took him at 29.
Ooh, okay, so this is interesting right here. So the tight end from Penn State, I was watching him today. He's there at 13. I want to look. He's the 13th ranked player.
Oh, and,
wow. I think the smart thing to do would be to take him because you're drafting at 35 and the 13th ranked player is there. Guess who else is there?
Oh, yeah, I know. I saw.
Asante Samuel.
Oh, Lord.
Junior.
I can't trust the boy whose daddy doesn't believe Darryl Green is a great corner, so
yeah,
I wouldn't take him.
Yep. Okay, so we're gonna let some people talk, but probably gonna take Asante Sam. No, I'm just kidding. Probably gonna take what's his name? The tight end. So let's just wait for some people to go ahead and talk. And yeah, after this is done, after this mock's done, we're gonna go ahead and call it a day. Let's see. And yeah, make sure you guys go ahead and sub up on the Warpath. Make sure you do. Great channel. There, his link is in the comments below. Go ahead and check him out. And yeah, also check out House of Hoodies. They got the best NFL hoodies out there. They got a Sean Taylor jersey hoodie. I'll go ahead and put their link in the chat too. Use code Pedro for 15% off.
Look at you, baller. I see you. Got your own promo code.
Yep. So make sure you do both of those things. And everyone wanted to do Victor. Everyone wanted to do it. So I still want to play out the season, win the division, hopefully. Wait, one thing I was wondering is that if you win the division,
yes,
and you make the playoffs, you're not drafting at. You wouldn't be draft like say we somehow win the division with 6 wins, we would be drafting at like 18, right?
Yeah, you would draft the lowest because it then goes by where you are in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So it'd be your record by your playoff season. So whoever wins the NFC East, they'd probably have the highest out of the playoff teams just by record because
that would be a killer though for us.
See, that's what I'm telling you. You got the that's one thing. Like I'm such in a I'm in an area of like, man, I want to see this team win, but I know we have so many holes on the team that need to be worked out and kinks that need to be ironed out. So I don't know, man. I want to see us win. That's what we all want to see, right? But at the end of the day, it's kind of like with Chase Young. We got Chase Young because we lost out. So
yeah, but at the same time,
yeah,
we got Chase Young, and we have 1 win. So
yeah.
Okay. So this is the last pick, but there's some corners here. Let's see. Safeties. There's actually some highly ranked safeties, 66, 6th. And we'll just go to what's the best ranked player. So I think the move right here is safety. Get that free safety, dominance free safety. We got the best ranked players are running back. The next 2 guys are safeties. What do you guys think? We already got a tight end, and the linebackers aren't too highly rated.
Chuba
and that'll be the last pick, and maybe take a couple questions at the end. But I appreciate everyone for coming in here, supporting the channel, and coming in and talking with us.
Who? I don't know about the Hubbard kid.
Oh no, King Sean wants Chuba. Yeah. We don't need a running back. Or I hope we don't need a running back. I mean, I think JD and Gibson are going to be good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we still need something in that running back room. Something that can turn Gibson into more of a dual threat than a full-time running back.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take let's see. I'm going to go ahead and take, what do you think? Safety from TCU or Syracuse?
Well, they have no defense in the Big 12. So I don't know if I'd want to take a safety from TCU.
Okay, we'll take it from Syracuse.
Yeah, we'll take Cisco then, yeah.
Andre Cisco. So that is it for the 2021 Washington football team NFL draft. So that is it. Get a couple questions from you guys, and then we'll go ahead and end the day. Yep. So no, I'm joking. I don't want Hubbard. Let's get
King Sean.
Do you have any jerseys from players right now?
I do not. I am I don't think I've ever said this on YouTube, but I'm very anti-jersey just because the players always leave. The folks that like the only jerseys I would probably get right now would be like a Ryan Kerrigan jersey, just because he's been with the team forever. I'd get a lot of older players like Santana Moss. People have been here here for years and made the staple, but I don't have. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't have good luck with jerseys, so I got an RG3 jersey. And I got it at the end of the season, that season. What else?
It was your fault. He had all them injuries.
I got a Cousins jersey, and not early either. I didn't want a Cousins jersey. I asked for a jersey for Christmas, and of course, my aunt gives me a Cousins. And then let's see. And then of course he goes to another team, and then I got a Kerrigan jersey I got on right now.
There you go.
That's been good. That's been good. And then I got a Swearinger jersey for Christmas.
Oh no.
For Christmas. And he got released on Christmas Eve.
Yep.
And I couldn't return it.
Yeah. Oh man. I think my mom has I have a white Sean Taylor one that I got in high school. When I go see her, I gotta go see her next month anyway, because we're going to a wedding. So I think I'm gonna get that. See, there it is. I'm gonna get that, and I'm gonna put it somewhere on this wall or something. I'll get it framed and put it on the wall, because I just don't think I need to wear that. I need to put it up in somewhere of homage to him. So
yeah, and I got this season Chase Young Washington Redskins jersey. So that is going to be pretty rare, I think. And let me show you guys. And then I got this Sean Taylor hoodie. That's really good because I was debating, should I get a Chase or should I get a Terry McLaurin hoodie or a Sean Taylor hoodie? But then I was like, you're going to be respected no matter what if you have a Sean Taylor and he's going to always be one of the, most respected, and I don't want to say best because he only played a few years, but you know what I'm saying? One of the best Washington Redskins, whatever, football players ever. Just most respected. You know what I'm saying? Fan favorites. So that's what I would say. That's why I got his. This is what it looks like if you can.
Yeah, it looks like a hockey jersey almost.
It's nice. It's nice.
Yeah, that's for me.
But use code Pedro 15% off. But yeah, I like that Sean Taylor. But yeah, I don't have good luck with hoodies or not hoodies, jerseys. Got the Chase Young one. That better work out. I met Darius Geis.
Oh God.
I met Darius Geis last year. I think exactly last year from this past Tuesday. The thing about Darius is he was so nice, man. He was so nice. He was such a good guy, and it sucks. It sucks that he, what he did allegedly, what he did, and that we had to release him. It fits good. It fits good. Dubs. I got the smallest size, and it's a little bit big for me, but but I'm small, so. Any questions you guys got before we go ahead and end the stream? What's up? Hey, AM Hunter came in here last second, but always good to see AM Hunter in the stream. One of the best guys out there. Always, I see him in every. See him in, on the Warpath stream. I see him on Ed's stream. I see him on my stream. I see him on Wong Gotti's stream. So huge shout out to AM Hunter. What is Burgundy and Gold? What is Skins fan all day? What is he saying SMH for?
I don't know.
Someone said something about the Redskins, but yeah, I think it's going to be interesting tomorrow because I really think that if you go, I think this is a huge game for Ron Rivera because I think for him personally on the direction of the team, because if we lose this game, then I think he's going to be like, okay, he's not obviously going to be like, let's lose games, but he's going to start to play younger guys more and, not be as win first as he has been. But if we win this game, then he's going to be even more win first than he has been. So real quick, AM Hunter, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the $5 donation. Really helps out a ton. All the money that you guys have been donating, I use that for the channel. So, or most of it for equipment, and I think I'm gonna use some of that for the all 22 NFL Game Pass next year. So I really appreciate it, man. Always coming in here, and hopefully we get that win tomorrow. AM Hunter. Hopefully we get that spooky win. Like you say, hopefully we get that win on tomorrow. That'll be a good game. But yeah, any last thoughts on the Warpath? If there are any more questions, we'll go ahead.
I think I think it's gonna be an interesting game. Apparently the weather might not be the best conditions. So
Yeah,
I don't want to hear an excuse about it raining. Because
real quick, that helps us out. That helps.
It should help us out. Yeah,
run the ball.
Yep.
And because we know who they have, top 3 receiving core in the NFL.
Mhm.
So if they can't pass, that's good for us. Sub up on the Warpath link, or I put that link right there.
Appreciate it.
And check out House of Hoodies. So yeah, it's gonna be a good game. No excuses. I just don't want to see us lose off a bonehead play.
Yeah.
Or like anything like controversial, like a stupid fumble, like Kyle Allen had, a controversial decision. I do not want to see that. Please win by a lot, or at least, or just win, period. Win, period. Win the game. Beat the Cowboys. That'll put us at 2 wins in the division this year. And who knows, we could get 3 wins this year, 4 wins possibly. Who knows? We beat the Giants once, we beat the Cowboys once, and we beat the Eagles once. You got 3 wins, and then we'll see. Hopefully we can go 3-3 in the division. We lost every single game. Every single game in the division last year. Shayon, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Who is that guy? Yeah, I'll put that link on the Warpath link in the description.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Make sure you guys subscribe. Like I said, one of the best YouTubers out there. If you guys can, streaming tomorrow during the game, and go ahead and watch on his channel. That should be fun. So yeah, I appreciate everyone for coming in. Appreciate On the Warpath for coming in. Thank you everyone who supported the channel. Victor said, "Do I think Haskins will be traded before the deadline?" Probably not. I don't think a team really wants him, but who knows? Who knows? Like I said, thanks everyone for coming in. Thanks to On the Warpath, and we'll see. Hopefully tomorrow's video is a good one. Hopefully we won the game. Hopefully I'm not frustrated. And Shayon said he subscribed.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate Am Hunter for the donation. Really appreciate it, man. It helps out a ton. And check out House of Hoodies. Peace out, guys.
See you, folks.